Hi everyone, my name is Steph and I'm an audiologist with Audiology. We're a small business with clinic locations in Capalaba and Hamilton, and we're here to help the community with audiology services. Today we're diving into one of the most exciting areas of research in both audiology and neuroscience, the profound connection between your hearing and your brain health. And what the latest science reveals is something that everyone should hear. So let's dive in. In July 2024, the Lancet published an updated report from the Lancet Commission on Dementia Prevention. The Commission identified 14 modifiable risk factors that, if addressed throughout life, could prevent or delay nearly 45% of all dementia cases worldwide. Now, here's where it gets really interesting for those of us in the hearing world. Out of these 14 factors, which included things like physical inactivity, smoking, diabetes, and high blood pressure, hearing loss stands out as one of the single largest modifiable risk factors, particularly in midlife, meaning it is one of the earliest and largest risk factors that you can actually do something about. The research shows that untreated hearing loss doesn't just affect your ability to hear, it fundamentally changes your brain and your risk of cognitive decline. The Lancet Commission uses what's called a life course model, which shows that different risk factors matter at different stages of our lives. In early life, which is under 45, education is the primary focus. In midlife, about 45 to 65, here is where hearing loss becomes critical, along with things like hypertension, obesity, excessive alcohol use, traumatic brain injury, high LDL cholesterol. Hearing loss during midlife represents a significant portion of preventable dementia risk. In later life, over 65, factors like smoking and depression, physical inactivity, social isolation, and diabetes become more prominent. But here's what makes hearing loss so crucial. It doesn't just affect you in the moment. When hearing loss goes untreated in your 40s and your 50s and your 60s, it sets off a cascade of changes that increase your dementia risk decades later. So why does hearing loss have such a profound impact on brain health? Researchers have identified several mechanisms. So the first mechanism, cognitive load theory. When you have hearing loss, your brain has to work overtime just to decode sounds and understand speech. This constant extra effort drains cognitive resources that would normally have been used on our memory or problem solving and other high-level thinking. It's like running multiple apps on your phone at the same time. Eventually, the phone won't be able to handle it and performance will suffer across the board. Brain atrophy studies using MRI scans have shown that people with untreated hearing loss actually experience faster rates of brain atrophy, particularly in areas responsible for sound processing and memory. When your auditory system isn't being stimulated, those neural pathways will literally shrink. Use it or lose it isn't just a saying. It's neuroscience. Social isolation. When you can't hear well, social situations become more exhausting and frustrating. Many people gradually withdraw from conversations and social gatherings, and they stop doing activities they once enjoyed. The social isolation is itself a major risk factor for cognitive decline. Our brains are social organs. They need regular quality interaction to stay healthy. And finally, shared pathology. There's emerging evidence that some of the same vascular and degenerative processes that affect your hearing might also directly affect cognitive areas of the brain. The connection might even be more fundamental than we initially thought. Now, here is where things get exciting and even hopeful. Recent research has shown that treating hearing loss with hearing aids can significantly reduce the risk of cognitive decline. A landmark study published in the Lancet in 2023 found that people with hearing loss who use hearing aids have a dementia risk similar to people without hearing loss. Think about that. Properly treating your hearing loss essentially normalizes your cognitive risk. Other studies have shown that hearing aid users show slower rates of cognitive decline, better performance on memory tests, reduced social isolation, improved quality of life, and mental health. The key phrase here is properly treating, and that means getting a comprehensive hearing evaluation, being fitted appropriately with the correct technology and prescription, regular follow-ups and adjustments, and consistent daily use of your hearing aids. When we talk about preserving youth, we're not really talking about looking younger or reversing the clock. We're talking about maintaining the cognitive sharpness, social connections, independence, and quality of life that defines vibrant, engaged living at any age. Your hearing is intimately connected to all of these things. It's your gateway to conversation, to music, and to the sounds that keep you alert and engaged with the world around you. When that gateway starts to close, the ripple effects touch every aspect of your cognitive and emotional health. The beauty of this research is that it gives us something actionable. You can't change your genetics, and you can't always control whether you'll develop certain medical conditions, but you can get your hearing tested. You can address hearing loss when it's found. And doing so isn't just about hearing better today. It's an investment in your brain health for decades to come. So here is my challenge to you, especially if you're in that critical midlife period. If you are over 50 and you haven't had a hearing test in the past year, you should go schedule one, even if you think your hearing is fine. Many people with early hearing loss don't realize they have it because the changes are so gradual. If you are experiencing any of the difficulties we discussed today, please don't hesitate to reach out to ER Audiology. We are here to help keep your hearing healthy and your ears clean. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And until next time, take care of your ears.